Mr. Hussain, I've always said, is, and he would have been here tonight, and apologies for him, but he's not a partner. He's not a sponsor, he's a partner. He's a partner because for the past 20 years, he has been with us from Jump Street. And it's not a matter where he delegates. There are times we have to remind him that, let somebody else do that. Let somebody else wash the pot. We have something can wash the pot here. You don't have to do that. But he's committed like that. And I say on record right now that when the words are changed in a dictionary and the term explanation for philanthropy is changed and will be changed, in that context, you'll find Vincent Hussain. I have the privilege of Sabrina here, and Vincent has said this on more than one occasion. In fact, he has said it at an Observer editorial board meeting that, the reason why I take Sabrina to Jamaica with me at Champs is because I want her to understand, because she has to carry this thing on. When I heard that at the Observer, I said, yes, the deal is sealed. So, Sabrina, I thank you very much for the support.
Thank you.
The microphone is yours.
Good evening, everyone. As Erwin said, my dad was supposed to speak, but we had a little emergency at work. One of the ovens caught on fire. Luckily that the fire was contained within the oven, and we have everything under control, so don't worry. You'll have your patties at the pet relays. And if you do see us on News 12 tonight, that's why. So 20 years ago, I was 15 years old, and I've been involved since then. I remember going to school in Pennsylvania. I went to Villanova University, and I used to take the train to help out. So, I was never excused, even though I was in school. I was going on my breaks and just taking time off from school to help out at Penn Relay. And it's just such an experience, just seeing us grow from there to, just a little truck to now like a full-fledged restaurant. So I think it's just, it's wonderful with all of your support that has made that possible. And as Erwin said too, it was my first time going to Champs this year. And it was such an experience. As they say, when you hear the horn, you know you're in Jamaica. Just like when I hear Miss Chin, I know I'm in Jamaica. Yes, I'm Miss Chin. But yeah, so despite of what was happening today, all week our chef has been cooking, the rice and peas. I hope you guys ate, because I'm going to talk about food. We made the brown stew chicken and the fish and the fried fish, everything that you want. All the athletes like the food, so we've been working hard all week, just making all the food for them, preparing for next week. And also, I'm proud to announce that Sabrina's Delights will be there too. We have plantain tarts. Plantain tarts. For those of you that don't know what Sabrina's Delights is, it's a new line of products that came out a year ago, and it was named after me, of course. I was actually the brainchild after it. We have chicken pot pie was the first flavor. Then we had turkey, beef, and also the apple cinnamon, peach cobbler, guava, mango, plantain. So it's a puff pastry item. It's being sold all over now, and actually the 3 cheese is being sold in Jamaica, Price Mart, which will be coming soon. I know it's really hard to say, but one day my dad is going to step down, and I know you guys are going to miss him, but it's big shoes to fill, and I'll be in charge. One of the things that I know that has been a concern is that the next generation, I know you guys are worried about the next generation, and we have so many great organizations that has started, such as Team Jamaica Bickle, and you're worried that it's not going to be continued. And I do want to be a part of that project to help the youth continue these wonderful organizations. And of course, with Team Jamaica Bickle, to assure you that we will continue to be a part of this great organization. But that will not happen until, if we don't get your support, your continued support, because you are the ones who are making this happen. You have to realize that your support really makes this happen. And over the past 36 years, Royal Caribbean Bakery, Caribbean Food Delights, Your Cuisine, the Vincent Hossain County Foundation would not exist without your support. And I always say the greatest gift that you can give someone is of yourself. And of course, we welcome money too. But yes, it's always great to give of yourself, and we've been doing that for years, and my family has always believed in that, giving back and helping others. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at
Quickly, 50 years, 20 years Team Jamaica Bickle, what does that mean? We try to raise the bar every year. We do something to improve. I have the privilege of working with one of the most conscientious and fantastic core group of volunteers. And I want to take this opportunity right now to ask you kindly to clap loud for my volunteers, because I'm the worstest taskmaster. But we have some fantastic people give of themselves to do so. With that being said, as I told you, raising the bar, one of the things that we're doing this year, and I'm pleased, and folks from UTEC, we'll take credit for this. Right after the youngster from Mr. Mackenzie from St. Jago lost his life representing Jamaica at a cross-county meet in Trinidad and Tobago, a decision was taken that this year at our Team Jamaica Bickle, because for the past 10 years we have had some of the best chiropractic care at Team Jamaica Bickle for our athletes. Gentlemen from Canada, non-Jamaicans who volunteer every year come down to help our athletes. Whereas we have medical services on call. This year, ladies and gentlemen, because right here in the diaspora we have some of the best healthcare professionals in the world who are Caribbean people, we have reached out to the Nurses Group of New York, the Caribbean Nurses Association, Dr. Williams, Dwight Williams, dentist, several doctors, and we've put together a conglomerate of some of our best medical and dental professions. And this year at Team Jamaica Bickle, we will have a dental and medical pavilion on site for our athletes. So I want to take time out and thank our medical fraternity for participating with us. And if you notice, and this is fact, because we're out there talking about it, so I'm glad to see that in Jamaica now, before the athletes go represented, an organization has stepped up and says what? They're going to make sure they check their hearts before they leave. I'm happy about that. Why? Because right here in the diaspora, we can stay here and influence change at home. Alright? So we should be proud of that. Because what it has now said is that our voices are being heard. But at the same token, we do recognize that if we have the opportunities here to provide service of the sort, we should do so. So again, kudos to our healthcare personnel, and of course we have in our midst here one of the world's renowned doctor, OBGYN, among other things, Dr. Philibert. Welcome, sir. We have Claudia Powell and her group here as well. Thank you very much. We have gotten to the point now where I need to tell you something about my friend. Respectfully speaking. You can read all about him because we have him on Facebook all over the place. By the way, the amount of hits you get on Facebook these days, you have a whole lot of likes. You're okay. I also want to say this though, that when I went to Jamaica to speak to Mr. Johnson about what our plans were, he said I should come to his house a few minutes, you know. Don't believe him. I didn't tell him about come to his house a few minutes, it's not true. I went up there, I ended up having breakfast. The man almost came for lunch. I said, no, I have to go. He said, come back tomorrow. When I went back tomorrow, I made sure I had one foot in the car and one outside. I can't stay long. I ended up there half a day. The stories are captivating. The stories are captivating. And I hope and I pray, Devon, that like you who write books, that this story is being captured by us. because it needs to be told to our children generations after. Placed fourth in the men's 4x100 yards in Tokyo Olympics 1964. The Commonwealth relay record holder, 39.4 seconds in 1964. The CAC bronze medalist in 1962. Equal world record, 100 yards 4 times, 9.3 seconds in 1961. Semi-finalist in the 220 yards in Rome Olympics 1960. Bronze medalist, Pan American Games 1959. Sprint champion, 220 yards, West Indies Games in 1958. And national high school sprint champion, because you know, high school business is probably sometimes more important than the Olympics. High school sprint champion in 1958. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the Sports Advisory Council at the University of Technology, the Honorable Dennis Johnson CD, Team Jamaica Bickle honors you today with the Pioneer Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome the Honorable Dennis Johnson to the podium. May we ask the Council General to join us? CJ? We have a proclamation here from our distinguished Congresswoman who unfortunately should have been here, but she had a previous engagement. We have a proclamation here from the United States House of Representatives has been presented to you. There is a whole lot of whereas in here, but the most important whereas is this: you are a very outstanding servant of Jamaica, but more so a global symbol that the United States recognizes and acknowledges your honors of this festival. They say that there are moments, and this is one, a glad bag bus. So you have a few moments to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Madam Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, my entourage, Dr. Giles, and Dr. Sutherland. Special guests and all other protocol observed. Let me especially welcome Mr. Botswana. I think Mr. Botswana is interested in developing some sprinters. Anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank Mr. Kerr, especially for inviting me to receive this honors on this most auspicious occasion. I remember when I first got home to Jamaica after graduating from Stanford, I said to myself that we could develop our local sprinters right around international standards. And not too many people think that we could do that. And ladies and gentlemen, since 2006, these are some of the results you get, mainly from YouTube. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And ladies and gentlemen, this is coming from the people. And I don't think too many people understand what Mr. Kerr understands so very well. You need to have a vision. And One is to dream and to hope. And I'm saying here tonight, sorry on the sign, but for the next 50 years, the sprint belongs to John. Last championship, there was a little girl who was about 11 years old. She ran 11 for the 100 meters. There's nothing I could fix. That girl is going to be the #1 sprinter in a future age. If you were to visit Roy's Champs and see the youngsters running, you'd cry. Form is good. And that was simply the message that came from a guy called Bugnington, who actually died when they were inducted into the Hall of Fame in the United States. This guy is the father of sprinting, and I was fortunate enough to learn at his feet. This guy developed 33 of us, and we broke 300 world records in this race. I'm sorry I take it too long, but it's not especially young. Any hocus pocus, any special anything. I've visited St. Thomas to see that. It is simply a method. You know, I will share something with you. When you look at a 100-meter race, I'm sure sometimes you say, why that guy come from the back, come from the back and run past everybody. You know where to see that? What you actually see is other people tying first. And you have an optical illusion because it's physiologically impossible to run any faster after 60 meters, after 6 seconds, that's it. So you have time to draw arrows before you get to the end of the race. This is deliberately done to relax. And so we have a methodology in Jamaica for sprinting. We believe in relaxation. And we spread the gospel all over the place. And the result is now here, and it's going to be here for a long time. In closing, I just want to say that Mr. Irwin Clare is the forerunner of some of the kind of support that Jamaica needs. And I'm saying to all of you, give the support. When you support Mr. Clare, you support the future champion of the world. So thank you again for your endeavors. Hope you continue, and I hope you get the response that you need. Thank you very much.